Welcome back to another fantastically scientific, expertly produced, brilliant video from start to finish, which is exactly the type of content that you've come to expect from this wonderful channel that you should subscribe to. Now, I previously made a video about my macro adventures with the extender, which I scored 0 out of 5 million. 0, because it's one of the worst objects I've ever purchased for $400. However, this video contains a twist. And I'm not just saying that to increase my watch time. I'm saying that because I'm poor at editing and I don't want to ruin the... Today, we are taking photos of flowers in the New York Botanical Gardens. After my last disaster of a macro video, I'm hoping to redeem myself. So I brought this one along to help. Don't know how, but she wanted to come. Girls like flowers. Okay, to get to the New York Botanical Gardens, you have to get the train. Here's me on the train. It's nice outside, but then you get there, right? And that's great. And you're walking through the forest, and lo and behold, we're off to do roses. I'm speaking softly because A, we're in the garden, it's a hallowed place, and B, because it's embarrassing, isn't it? Talking to yourself. And that's why we do voiceovers of flowers instead. Isn't that a nice flower? It's a flower with a bee in it. That would be a nice photograph, wouldn't it? So yes, so I was basically not using the macro extender at this point, but I'll chuck in some photos. That's me just enjoying life. And then there's some purple flowers, and here's the kit I took. So it's my camera, the 45, the horrible extender you should throw in the rivers, and then the 110 with the extender attached to it. I was hopeful that I was able to get good results with the extender and the 110. Turns out, disappointed! Up first is the 45. Seen some beautiful light dappled, whatever the fuck these are, but they look gorgeous. Let's take a snap of these guys. Yeah, it's not very good, is it? I don't really edit my photos, just as a caveat, but I'm also clearly not very good at taking them, so we'll just skip right over this one. It's a stunning, 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 stunning place. The light gently dabbles across these beautiful red flowers, and did I capture their essence? No. No. And what of this beautiful little snowdrop floating in the summer's breeze? Did I capture its essence? No, it has all the romance of a dick pic. Want to make a quick point. I have no problem in sharing images that didn't work out. I think that makes me quite unique in the YouTube world. You can take terrible photos with any camera, almost as if you can take good photos with any camera. Who knew? Happy to share where it didn't work out, but there are some better ones later. Here's Alana making just about the only good decision of the day and buying some snacks from a cute little vendor. Next stop was the rose garden, and here's where things went from bad to arguably worse, but I do promise this does get better. Found this bee that was just sleeping in its flower, but was it sleeping? No, apparently I've made it look like it has been shot out of the sky and has crash-landed into the middle of this thing. Okay, full disclosure, I have not used the macro extension tubes. I hate it. I'm getting just fine results with this one. This is a rather nice photo of a rose garden, but here's where it gets interesting. I haven't used any of the macro extension tubes on this photo. This is just taken with the 110. And this image is identical. This is the same photo, just cropped in. That just shows you the power of the GFX. It really is like cheating. It's a windy day, but it's not Hurricane Sandy. There's a breeze, you can tell. Using this with the 110, which is technically possible if you're doing something with something that's dead and doesn't move and will never move, and you have a tripod and you can focus bracket and all the rest of it. Trying to take photos of these flowers, even in the lightest breeze, you're talking about a depth of field that is so razor thin that I scored this a fuck all on my scale of 0 to 5. It is well made, but it's trash. It doesn't work with the 110. So that leaves you with the option of using it on the 250 or the 120 macro to turn it into a 1-to-1 magnification. That's literally the only point. Only buy this if you've got the macro lens, or maybe even the 250. I can't even test that. On every lens shorter than, including the 110 and shorter, crap. I'm done. I'm actually frustrated on what a beautiful day. I hate you. Hate you. I want to make a quick point about focus stacking, which all the genius and photography experts in the comments always bring up. This is a Fuji GFX100S. Taking one image on this file in RAW is about 200 megabytes. Now, for focus stacking, when you've got 1 to 2 millimeters of depth of field to work with, you're going to need 50, 100, maybe more images in order to get something crisp
because the shallow depth of field is insane on this camera with this macro extender. So that's going to result in gigabytes worth of images, a tremendous amount of onerous processing power required. It's, in my opinion, and of course this channel is entirely my opinion, unworkable.
There's not really an easy way to explain the decisions that I've made, but I've increasingly become obsessed with macro photography with the GFX. But the extender, the macro extender 45, is so impossible to use on any lens, and it is. You can fight me in the comments, you can fight me again. So I've done the only thing that I could reasonably do, which there's no easy way. I'm embarrassed to say this. I bought the macro lens. This is the 120 macro Fuji GFX f4. Yeah, I know. I now literally own every damn lens in this goddamn lineup, bringing my spend well over it to housing deposit territory. But I am pleased to report that it is not shit. But it is also, it's definitely not shit. And I couldn't stomach myself going all the way back to the Bronx. I hopefully put some photos in the video of what I took before and how disappointed I was with how this all looks. But this.
If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope this is a slightly calmer end to what was a quite frustrating video to make. If you like this, please let me know. And if you'd like me to make any content about the GFX at all in the comments, I'm very open to suggestions. I love you all and have a great week.